I feel that all foundational Black Americans should boycott Fat Joe's new album.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Shout out my Ricans and Jamaicans. I know you think I'm hating, but you had no influence in creation of this hip hop. Your participation was tip top, but Black Americans showed you how to rip shop. Have you forgot that we taught you how to dress? Back then, coming out looking like a mess. Y'all were dumbing out, tank tops made a mess, shoes clunky. We showed you how to get funky fresh, amongst the best. We helped you learn the language, so at school you wouldn't flunk the test. Let's address the elephant in the room. The elements came from Bam, the man grooms. Breaking just another dance that came from the culture. Don't be like the other man and act like a vulture. All day influences FBA. I'll say it's true right to this day. As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant
around each other.
Let's start
Let's
by
address the elephant in the room.
these rumors were made by radical Black racists.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
You assess such an elegant tune. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
The Fat Joe thing.
Oh, with Jamal?
The the comments.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you my little soliloquy about it. I knew that was gonna happen too. I said, as soon as he starts talking, the 6th train is gonna come by. All right. So my thing is this. You know, I think that you told me a lot that is real. And you said that we already checkmated them.
Right.
And that's why they're angry.
Right.
You know, they're angry because we checkmated them. We already said, you know, the realness, the truth, and everything. We already explained about the little rascals and where it came from and how it came. And so they know they were not included in that because that's the truth. And so now they're in checkmate. He went against Lord Jamar because Lord Jamar is getting it really from us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And just like, you know, like Young Black just said, it went in stages, okay? Me, I was a little bit more into D stage because I was just bad, you know, but it went from Black Willie and them to us, all right, and to him, and then, you know, Younger. And so, because we were there in the creation and we were the young, because one thing you got to understand is, and that people are not getting, this whole thing started from young brothers, young, not teenagers. We wasn't even teenagers yet. Okay, we wasn't even teenagers yet. So to think that young people started this billion-dollar industry is hard for them to fathom. That's number one. Number two is to find out that it was started by us, meaning us as not Puerto Rican, not Jamaican, not any other thing but us. That's hard for them to understand and grasp too. Number three thing is what we gave up, and when we got older and we started doing other things, they not even took it, but they started doing our old shit.
Our shit.
You see what I'm saying? We was wearing 69ers, right? Mm-hmm. When we go to Super Procast, they just getting 69ers. Okay? So when we got Playboys and stuff like that, and British Walkers, when we go to Gators and shit like that, they just picking up the British Walkers and the Playboys. You know, we had rips, marshmallows. When we did that, we went. By the time we got into British Walkers and Playboy, they just getting those.
Hey, I want to say something. Hey, Joe,
And
this
that's
is
what
funny.
happened.
This is no. Now it's Joe. Joe, I don't even know you, but I fucked with your peoples in time. I don't know why you have no problem with FDA or anything when it comes to a culture. Because in all due respect, man, have you looked in your backyard lately? Because y'all been doing what FDA been doing for 100 years. I'm just saying, no, I'm not coming at you. I'm telling you facts.
Everything.
I'm telling you.
He's trying to make it seem like FBA is an organization.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
FBA is just another way.
Yeah,
it's a new way to call us.
Listen,
though.
We didn't.
So
listen, what I'm trying to say,
you
Joe,
attacking FBA,
listen,
you attacking all of us, really.
FBA,
and they're saying that you one of them.
That's like saying, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, because y'all know what happened, Rikers Island, why the Bloods came into existence and all that, right? And I'm not gonna go into it, but y'all know why, right? That's just like saying we talking about y'all was FBA back then. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about what you're saying when you say racism. You know what I mean? You talking about something you don't want to talk about. Not when it comes to racism.
Right.
Because you got to check your own backyard first, Joe, before you check out. Right. Please. I'm just saying it. Keeping it real. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to start no wars. I don't do all that. I don't get into all that no more. But I'm telling you from my history, I grew up with y'all. I grew up on the island. Yeah, on the island.
That's a fact.
Before it was gangs and after it was gangs, I was on the island. So check your backyard first before you check out. And I'm not saying I'm down with none of that. Right. I'm telling you, when you talk about racism, check your backyard first.
Right. But what I don't understand is when he said the part about a bunch of broke niggas.
Whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
Yeah, that's funny.
When he said that about a bunch of
FBA is really all of us. Whether or not, even if we don't call ourselves FBA, we're still foundational Americans.
That's just like saying, Joe, you're not Puerto Rican. Come on, man.
And he said he said something about because they don't look like us or whatever.
If you said you roll with us, then you talking about yourself too. Then
exactly.
If you said you was rolling with us,
you called yourself a nigga.
Talking about you too.
You said you was a nigga. All right. And so, do you know where the nigga came from? Do you know where that word came from? That came from people that were enslaved in the South. They were enslaved, and they were, instead of calling them Negro, they were called nigger. Okay, Negro is from Spanish term black. Negro. Okay.
And another thing, man. I'll be honest with you. The platform that you was on, they should have checked that. They should have checked it.
But you know the platform, the dude is a West Indian.
Doesn't matter. You should check that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That says a lot right there.
What I'm learning is Caribbean people stick together. That's what I'm learning. Yeah. Caribbean people stick together.
You should have still checked it. Because you're talking about something crazy. Talking about something crazy. Right?
I didn't know that. I didn't know where he was from.
I didn't
know that.
No, but you should have. But
that makes a lot of sense.
Being he was on your platform.
Wow.
You should say, listen, man, we ain't gonna do that.
Wow.
We're gonna put that. Go somewhere else with that.
But you know what? Because he's a Caribbean from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So it might be a little different in Brooklyn back then than the Bronx back then.
No,
you know what I'm saying? It might be different.
If he from the Star and all that, listen,
man,
I grew up in the Star and all that. You know what it is
Black
out in
used
BK.
to take us out there. Used to take us to Eastern Parkway out there.
Remember
that?
Yeah, and listen.
Remember that? In Franklin Avenue when we was over on Franklin Avenue in Eastern Parkway?
Most of my G's is out in Brooklyn to this day.
Yeah, man.
most of them G's that you.
I'm just saying they got a different dynamic as far as the West Indians.
Like
how he was saying. He was saying
because I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand. You know, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start.
He was saying people from outside of New York don't understand Trinidadians and all these other groups, but a lot of that was in Brooklyn. Like in the Bronx, it really wasn't like that.
Out there,
and see, that's another thing. Brooklyn might have been different from the Bronx as far as the West Indians. The West Indians, we didn't have no West Indians. I didn't grow up around dreads.
But
I don't remember never seeing no dreads.
I told you the first time I heard how Jamaican talk.
With that, Mike, it's like you should have when Joe started going there.
Yeah.
Like just going there. She said, "Yo, we ain't gonna do that.
Right.
We gonna talk on this.
Right.
Leave that out.
Right.
But
Right.
now
That's
you
what I'm
gonna
saying.
take it somewhere else.
Right.
Somewhere else.
Right.
So
right.
you spinning the narrative.
I feel that.
Now you spin the narrative.
Yeah.
Talk about spinning narrative. I know when you spinning the narrative.
I feel that.
You see what I'm saying?
Trying to deflect it into
trying to deflect
it.
And
So,
once
you're racist.
Yeah, once you start deflecting it, you should have stopped them and said, "Yo, let's get back to the topic."
Yeah.
Wait, one more thing. And Joe, you know, I'm not. You don't have to respond. I don't care if you respond. I'm telling you about what you really need to do, man. Is take care of the people that was loyal to you on that team you was on. That's what you need to do. Don't worry about us. Take care of them that team that got you where you was at, man. Because a lot of them dudes, man, from Terror Squad, I got love for them dudes, man. A lot of them. That's not, I know them through other people that know them through other people. Yeah. I got love for a lot of the Terror Squad. And a lot of their families and all that. What you need to do is take care of them. Look out for them, man. That's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Don't worry about FBA, black culture.
Right.
Let us worry about that.
Right. One thing about us, right, for years, our knock has always been we don't unite, we don't have unity. That's always been a knock on us. But now that you see us uniting around the FBA, people got a problem. It seems like people should be happy. It seems like people should be more happy. Like, yo, all right, y'all finally uniting. Y'all finally coming together. They should be happy.
That shows the inside.
Right.
That shows
they don't want us to unite.
Right.
And don't get mad because we coming at you.
Right.
We not coming at your Spanish people. We coming at you because you the one who made the statement.
Right.
They didn't make the statement. So if they say they jumping Joe, he should have never made the statement if he didn't want the smoke.
Right.
You make a smoke, it's gonna come all over the place. You know that. You can't say nothing like that and don't think it's gonna be no smoke.
You just made a real serious point though. We were for all of this time. It was always said. It was always said, "Yo, we don't unite. Right. We don't stick together. We don't do whatever." So now that we are doing it, so what does that really mean about you? What does that really mean about you? If you seeing somebody together, family being like sticking together and doing what we do together, like we were supposed to do from whatever. You're supposed to be like, yo, now they getting it together. They whatever. I commend you. I support that. But now we see what's really deep down inside.
And if it's 50-50, how you come at us like that if it's 50-50? Tell me, why would you come at us like that if it's 50-50? That's why you know you bugging. How you gonna come at somebody and you 50-50 with it? That's crazy. Yo, son, listen, go read back, go retract, right? And then understand what you're doing, man. Right. You saying, Joe, you telling people you one of us.
Right.
The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you give it up. That's us.
Latinos are black. In Cuba at one time, there was 8 million Cubans. 5 million, unfortunately, were slaves. 3 million were actual Cubans. And they integrated and had babies. Same thing with Puerto Rico. When you go to Loíza, sometimes Latinos might even identify themselves with African and black culture more than black people.
So when you're talking about us, you're talking about you, homie.
Yo, but listen, you know what I did hear though too? I heard this because I listen to stuff too.
And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates.
What he said was his brother did this with Flash, carried the crates or whatever. His brother, all right? So remember, we're saying we did this.
We did this.
We
Right.
did this.
Right.
We didn't carry all that. We did it. We didn't carry nothing.
Right.
We did it.
Right.
All right? So that's the big.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he don't understand.
Hey, Joe,
He talking about his brother was carrying
we still
crates
got
of
love for
right.
you, Joe.
Right.
And but we're gonna check you, son. We're gonna check you.
Right.
We're gonna come and check you.
Right.
That's
Just
a fact.
what he say, and then when he say he was carrying the crate, right? Records and shit that we do.
Right. He was carrying.
Right.
He was carrying our parents' records.
Exactly.
African American records.
Our records.
Right.
Our records.
How many of those records was Puerto Rican records that he was
None.
carrying? Right.
None.
So he was carrying a whole bunch of African American records.
I don't-
So would that make you 50-50 because you was carrying our
Yo,
records?
listen.
And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates.
So what? You were there. If you was there.
You saying even if they was there?
If they was right, like I just told you, you could be standing right here. You have nothing to do with how I made that cut. You don't have nothing to do with the way I said. You don't have nothing to do with how I stay fly. He know me from Allison
God
Avenue.
bless your brother. Rest in
Farmers,
peace.
Diamond, and the oil showbiz and all that. He know me from that. He know me that. BL and all that. Right? He know me from that. So he know that. But my main thing is what I'm saying is that out of all, I've been DJing since 71. I never played no motherfucking Spanish, Jamaican record at a jam. Never. To this day, name one thing that was played.
Yeah.
Name any break was played.
And it's crazy,
And
Joe. You
that's
came
us.
up in our project and we gave you mad love. You shit on
Right.
Yeah,
you
word,
shit
word,
on
word.
us. That's
Right.
No pay attention in the black we walk around the metal detectors and killing me. Get in the middle, a little way to the middle, do we know? Put your axes up!
You came over. We was at home. I was at home. But I got the wine.
Oh, you wasn't there?
No, I got the wine though. But I got the wine.
Yeah. One last thing I want to say to Fat Joe. Fat Joe, I hope Fat Joe understand because the narrative is getting, everything is getting twisted. Yeah. The original conversation was Puerto Rican culture. Because Puerto Ricans were saying things that implying that they started, their mambo or whatever started breakdancing.
Like a lot of the moves in B.Boy, you'll see them back in the days of mambo and salsa and all these Latin rhythms, and they are being incorporated into hip-hop music. When we're talking about Crazy Legs and all these folks, the Rocksteady crew.
And for Rocksteady, they didn't invent nothing. They were just in the right place at the right time, and they picked up where we left off. That's as simple as that. That ain't knocking them, that ain't anything. That's just the fact, and that's just the history.
So the original point was about culture. So I want Fat Joe to understand, even with your career, when we saw your first music video, you wasn't bringing in Puerto Rican culture.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
You look like us.
Yeah, the Koofy and the camera comes
I didn't even see him with no kufi. I saw him with an army fatigues. He looking like an African American.
Right.
You don't remember what he said?
I don't never remember seeing any Puerto Rican culture in Fat Joe's early videos. And that's what we're telling you. We're telling you is Puerto Rican culture did not create hip hop. Puerto Rican culture had nothing to do with that.
What Joe said? He said he's the God. That's what he said. And one of his records said, I'm the God. You know what God body is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an African American movement.
You said it. You said it in your record. The God. That's what you said. I know Joe God body. I didn't know that. I didn't even know you was God body. You said it. Yeah, now I'm just saying, go back to your records and say what you said. You said it's the God. You went all in. It's the God. Oh, okay.
Yo, he been like that, yo. He says, I can remember he been like that, yo.
I love you, Joe.
Word
but
up,
you the
yo.
God, so be easy,
Yo,
man.
be easy.
Be easy, Joe.
Real talk.
But we got nothing but love for you, man. It's a boss thing.
But we ain't racist and we ain't buying it.
Right.
He's trying to promote it. He's trying to
Right.
promote his new album, but we ain't buying it.
We ain't doing
Yeah, but
We ain't buying it.
and that's what I was trying to tell him. Yo, if you're a businessman, you know that was the worst move you could make. That was the worst business move you could make by doing that. All right? So now, because you don't understand, if we pull out, you don't got no things.
Right.
You're going to be just like Busta Rhymes in a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel that all foundational Black Americans should boycott Fat Joe's new album.
Once we pull out, that's it.
Once we pull out, you're going to be going to your shows.
That's
Only 5 people going to be there.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand. That's the worst fear of pink people till today is that we unite.
Right. They don't like that.
And pull out and don't buy. Stop buying.
Because if you just think about it, just think about it, right? The Nike's companies, they got paid because of us.
All that.
Okay,
Timberlands,
all of that got paid because of us. All of that got paid. Well, you're right. Now look what we did. Right. Remember when we boycotted Tommy Hilfiger for what he said? He lost. He lost.
Yeah, you see, he went right. He went.
Right, and then he tried his best to pull us back.
And
by that time, it was like, yo.
And it's funny. Just say,
we
don't unite and all that. But y'all the ones who make us unite. What's this crazy shit
we
tell us some shit, and then we all want. And then when we unite, everybody,
they
racist.
Right.
They racist. Racist.
But we got to take it to another level. How they do. We need to copy more what they do as far as their flags. They flags be all over the place. We need our flag.
Yeah, well, we do.
What's our flag?
We was doing that. We was making.
We need to pick and choose our own flag and put our flags everywhere.
That's right. That's right. No, nobody. That's right, bro. Tell it, bro. You already know.
And so
we just unique. We unique like that. We always been.
And we creators.
We need our flag, yo. We need our flag. See how they feel when we start putting our flag everywhere.
And call it what you want. But I know one thing. Y'all say this and that. But I know we advanced more than we advanced 40 years ago. True. I know we got more houses than we had 40 years ago. I know we got more jobs than we had 40 years ago. I know we other places than we was 40 years ago. And don't let me go even back more than that. So it ain't that bad. We can't be that bad.
Come to our joint on July 26th and see how we get there.
We ain't that. We can't be doing that bad.
See the equipment that we got and the power that we got and see how we do it. You see what I'm saying? We throw the and that's all self-made. That's all we do that. We don't got a lot of people sponsoring us and all of that. Nah.
And we don't self-made. And you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna tell all your coaches, it's crazy because we the only culture that allows any culture to come in, and we open doors with you, and all y'all do is shit on us. What the fuck is that? Right. Go to the white coaches and try that. Go to the Jamaican coaches and try that. Go to the Chinese coaches and try that. Go all over, you won't get that. But you come to a black coach, come on in.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, and then you want to take something from us. We didn't even do nothing, but you want to take something.
But the kumbaya is what's gonna happen. We need to stop doing that as a united team, as a group. We need to stop saying everybody come in because look what it got us. All right, we
that's
open
bad,
arms. We open arms
open
and
our
say,
arms to
"Yo,
everybody.
come down." And then they say, "Okay, we in," and now it's ours.
Yeah.
And try to push us
And we
out.
support every
know what I'm
group
saying?
that's with us. And if
There you
you with us, we support you to the end.
Right.
We don't care if
Right.
you're Jamaican,
Right.
black, Panamanian.
Right.
If you with
Right.
us, we support you.
Right.
But what happens with us? What is it that's so
Right.
bad about us?
No, it's
Explain
not
that.
bad.
What is
You
it?
gotta understand the jealousy
Damn.
is real, yo. Jealousy and envy is real, yo. For real, if you really think about it.
culture that gets this backlash, man. That's
If we create something, right? Just think about it. Just think if we hadn't created hip hop. Look at all the other things we created, and they do the same thing.
And it's crazy.
Same thing.
If
We never went to salsa and did that. We never went to the Bagata or whatever that shit do that. We never went to Jamaican reggae and did that. We never did that. Okay, you go ahead and have that. Okay, but
we
everything
let you have our stuff.
and that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
We could claim all of that shit.
Yeah,
We can
even
claim
give you
all of that shit.
And we don't say nothing about. Don't worry about it. That shit is life.
Right.
Say that
There
shit
you
life.
go. That's what I'm saying. And this is the part where you say broke niggas. That's really fucks me up. We
Well, that's
had money
because
since
Joe-
we had
that's
money
because
since
Joe-
y'all know
Joe, that's because
houses and all that long time before all of that shit.
Joe,
You see what
Joe
I'm saying?
that
So
you calling people broke, yo, that's just like yo, Joe, this is word.
come on, man.
That's just like me calling that lady in there broke because I got a job and she don't. That's crazy. You don't know any of them FDA guys, man. You don't know if they broke. They might have.
You FBA.
Yeah, I'm FBA. I'm just saying.
I'm
know,
FBA.
But I'm
so
saying,
he calling all of us broke.
But he's saying
He's trying to separate us by saying that.
It's a group of these guys. So it's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up.
You disrespecting our lineage.
I'm saying me then, right? You don't know what we doing out here because you're not with us.
You can't call a whole group of people broke. That's crazy. That's like when they said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But how you gonna call all our people broke?
Right.
That's what you're doing. You're calling all of us broke.
I know your little cologne.
That's why I said education, because I don't think he even.
I know his little cologne's gonna come. Right?
Columbus. And his little minions. His little minions.
I know your little cologne, Columbus is gonna come. I know your little whatever comes behind that.
Yeah.
Yo, get a life, man, with that shit, man. Y'all niggas is late. I'm trying to tell you something. Columbus, you discovered America on the other side, just like the other dude did. When I say discovered America, hip hop. You discovered it later. Right. Everybody discovered it later.
Right.
So you can keep coming.
Yo,
keep jumping in.
We could grow our hair, right? And we'll be in the style.
Yeah.
Think about it. We could grow our hair and we'll still be in the style. We don't gotta cut our hair to be in style. All right?
And listen,
think about it.
And the whole thing is,
think about it.
The whole thing is, me personally, I got nothing against y'all. Y'all my people. I got peoples that I fuck with. And you don't want me to bring them. And they start telling y'all, their own people. You don't want me to do that. I don't want to get them involved. Because they'll come and tell you. They rolled with me on the island against their own people. I'm just letting you know that. These are your people. Spanish, Latins that run with me to this day that will tell you don't want to fuck with us like that, son. We had to they'll tell you, your own culture would tell you, we had to put in work against his own culture to make sure they was all right. So you don't want me to do that, bro. I'm not going to get anybody involved. I'm telling you something. So y'all talking, we listen, we lived it. I'm a living fact from fighting your culture. I'm just saying. And I got your culture with me. I'm a living fact. from Rikers Island, from Spofford, all that, man. So let's don't do that, please. Please. I'm just saying.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.